And the girl who always played it close to the line on how much skin she showed posed like this for Esquire magazine. Consider the line officially crossed.
What happened to your clothes?
Well, I have on clothes now.
I know. But what's this about? No kidding. What is it about?
What is it about?
Yeah.
It's about doing a beautiful picture.
Is it about shocking people?
About shocking. You know what? I feel
No,
comfortable in my skin. I think it's an okay thing to express yourself. Have you seen?
You know,
I hate to bring this up, but Kate Hudson, she's 22. She's in Sheets. Jennifer Lopez, she poses very provocatively sometimes. Christina Aguilera, what's the big deal when I do it? Like, come on, you know? I don't understand.
I think everybody always thought you had a different relationship to young girls.
Everyone now, they look back and they're like, what happened to your sweet image that you used to be? And I'm like, then when I came out, you thought I was too provocative. It's like you can never win. No matter what you do, at the end of the day, you can't please everybody. You know, I'm not here to please. Ugh.
Have you ever gone further than you wish you had?
Gone further?
Yeah.
No. I don't think so. No? Okay. Now, those are a little much. Yeah, those are a little, much. At the end of the shoot, I was like, all right, let's go ahead and do it, and then let's jet. And I didn't have approval over the thing. So that's one picture, I must say, that I felt kind of weird about.
You read the stories about buying $100,000 of sportswear.
No, I'm not like that at all. No.
Is it an addiction?
Is it an addiction? No, I don't think I think it's an addiction. I think it does put me, like, it makes me happy. You know, I'll go and I'll buy a hat and I'll buy some shoes and, you know, you feel pretty, you feel girly. I love that feeling. So, but no, it's not an addiction. Everything's so, no.
And in a way, it's all part of her job because her influence on young American fashion is seismic. She buys one new piece of clothing, it can set the whole world talking.
Oh, what was I thinking when I wore that? That's really dreadful. At the time, though, I thought it was like the coolest outfit in the world. You know what? I really like that outfit. Oh, and I got to go out with Michael Jackson. That was cool. So happy birthday, my friend, the King of Pop.
He's still an idol of yours?
Yeah, I definitely, I mean, I think that he's done, I mean, if you really think of a genius that he is, I mean, he's brilliant. And Billie Jean, all the old stuff that he used to do, I think he's great.
Doesn't he worry you, though? The baby over the balcony kind of Michael Jackson?
Well, I think maybe growing up, like, at such a young age, and it's probably affected him somewhat, and maybe it's kind of, but I think he's a great person at heart, and I just think maybe he needs me to call him, maybe. You know, he probably needs some friends around him, to be honest, or, you know.
You think all the stuff written about him is untrue with little kids?
I want to think that's untrue. I choose to believe that's untrue. Yeah.
And what's the picture of you like the best?
The first time I went to the Grammys. It was my first time to go to a huge show, and I had a white dress on. I felt like Marilyn Monroe. It felt really special, so.
Wait a minute. Can you rewind that tape? Am I seeing what I think?
That's probably one of the moments that I like the best.
You can pop your knuckles?
Britney Spears is popping her knuckle.
How do you do that? I don't know.
And maybe she has another kind of adolescent rebellion. London, insulting fans by showing up late to her movie premiere, no autographs, barely saying hello. In Mexico City, 4 months later, a finger for the paparazzi. And then, 5 songs into her concert, the last night of her world tour, she walked off stage in front of 50,000 fans.
It is too dangerous a situation, okay?
It was raining, and she says it was dangerous.
We're going to go out there, and we're going to do the first 2 songs, or whatever, like if it starts to clear up, but if it starts raining again, and if it's bad, then I'll just stop in the middle of the show.
And indeed, a documentary shows she and her tour manager are agonizing over what to do backstage.
It's all irrelevant. With it coming down right there, nobody's going on.
But out front, the crowd turned and started yelling, "Fraud, fraud." And it all happens as she's starring as a kind of villain in the tabloid accounts of supposed jealous arguments and then a horrible breakup with her self-proclaimed first love, Justin Timberlake.
You've had a rough year. You've had a year that would test a lot of people. Illness in the family. A breakup. This spasm of publicity about what happened from Mexico to London.
It was pretty rough, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Ah, weird. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Ew. Strong Brittany. Yeah, it was a weird time. Ew. I'm embarrassed. Can we stop?
Who's that for?
Who's that for? Oh, goodness. Goodness. I think I'll let the song just speak for itself.
Okay, you can bop me. I have to ask a couple of things about Justin.
Okay, of course.
He has gone on television and pretty much said, you broke his heart. You did something that caused him so much pain, so much suffering. What did you do?
I was upset. I was upset for a while. I think we're both really young, and it was kind of waiting to happen. And I will always love him. He'll always have a special place in my heart. He is such a great person.
But you said, I've only slept with one person in my whole life, 2 years into my relationship with Justin. And yet he's left the impression that you weren't faithful, that you betrayed the relationship.
I think everyone has a side to their story, and to make them feel a certain way, and make them feel, and I'm not technically saying he's wrong, but I'm not technically saying he's right either. So, this feels really awkward right now.
Timberlake has made a kind of sport out of public retaliation.
Hot 97. The Star Buckwild Morning Show. Justin Timberlake is in the house. And I just want to ask you one question. Did you Britney Spears? Yes or no?
Oh, man.
Come on, man.
Okay, I did it. No,
It was a really weird time. There was, talk about what we did together and, really sexually and stuff. And I just felt very exploitive and very weird. I was like, why is he going on these shows and they're asking him and he's talking, but I'm sure, just like right now, you're asking me about it and I'm talking about it and just kind of...
Really, if I had an opportunity to shoot Britney Spears, I think I would.
Oh, that's horrible.
Well,
that's really bad.
because of the example for kids and how hard it is to be a parent and keep all of this away from your kids.
Well, that's really sad that she said that. Ew. You know what? I'm not here to, babysit her kids.
Later, the governor's wife had to retract her statement because of a public outcry about...
I mean, I can't help that. And if the parents don't like them to see it, then change the channel. So, sorry, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes every day, honey. I know, but I want to be a good person for me, but I think it's a huge pressure to think that you have to take the responsibility to be this role model.
It's one thing not to want to be the role model anymore. It's another thing not to know that a lot of young girls are looking at this. A lot of them.
But am I responsible for them? The only person I do worry about and that I want to be a good person for, I think, is my responsibility is my sister.
I'm going to be cool for you, okay?
People like Faith Hill and Madonna, they give me hope. The fact that they have their families with them and they can balance the whole thing and, I think that's inspiring, so.
You've said that your albums are like diaries of your life. So what's the lead sentence? How would you start the diary entry for your life right now?
The diary entry for my life. Whoa, I'm here to inspire people through my music and take people on journeys and let them feel stuff. Really, I feel like I'm just beginning, and all this change and everything's like kind of surreal and new, and so it feels like a beginning for me.